So let us come together now in that quiet space in the heart, perhaps even visualizing the gentle petals of the rose opening to the light. And it is from this space, this quietness of the heart, that we're able to see the light flowing through us out into the world. So let us remember before God the great need of all humankind, and that we may pray to God. Let us make quiet the busy mind of every day. Let us open our hearts to the Father, Mother, God, to Christ the Son, to the Holy Trinity of wisdom, love, and power. In the holy name of Christ, by the Christ light in the hearts of all people, we call upon the great angels of Christ. We feel their presence and their power. We attune ourselves to the prayers of all men and women of good will. And being thus prepared and ready before God, with all the will of our minds, with all the love of our deepest heart, we send forth the light. And we send it forth as a great star of light, a blazing star, withstanding, overcoming all evil, triumphant over darkness and death, a star of the Christ light. By all the power of Christ within our hearts, we send forth the light. We hold our beautiful planet in the healing light of the Christ star, and we hold within this healing ray the soil, the waters of the earth and the air, and of all of nature, especially the human and the animal kingdoms. We hold in the heart of the Christ star the soul of the Americas, the soul of the people of the Americas. May the light of the Christ star shine through the hearts and the minds of all the people of the Americas to bring healing to mankind and a deep reverence for all of life. May the light of the Christ star awaken the wisdom of the ancient Sun Brothers in the hearts and the minds of all the people of the Americas to bring that peace and healing to all of life. And now let us hold anyone we may know personally who is in need of help or healing. Just see them illumined in this pure, clear light of the Christ, for the highest good unfolding. And we thank thee, Lord, for your presence and the blessing of your healing grace upon these your family. Amen. 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 Now, as we continue our healing circle, just focusing on a particular area of need at the moment. So let us open our hearts in that Christ power, wisdom and love, as together we call upon the angels of healing to draw close, and we come into that soft radiance of this love, as we focus and hold the healing light of the Christ Star over the mass, humanity's thought, the thought atmosphere, the thoughts of disquiet and fears, just lifting that whole aura of disquiet into the light and seeing that light penetrating this multi-layered disquiet with light, infusing the mass thought of humanity with light. Just holding that silence and vision for just a little while. Just before we begin our reading, which Jeff has chosen from the White Eagle book, Healing the World, one of the greatest tasks we all have is that mass human thought. And remember that our own human thought blends with every other. So can perhaps the few of us, the many of us, we hope, all over the world, can begin to lift this heaviness that's out into the world at the moment with joy. White Eagle says the greatest work that you can do on your earth in this age is to heal. Having offered yourself in sincerity and faith to the work of God and the brotherhood, remember that the great light is waiting for the human channel through which to flow, and the starting point of this work is yourself. Never allow earthly thoughts, all the doubts and fears of your lower mind, to block the channel for the healing light. Your master teaches you a very simple way, the rules of brotherhood. You must endeavor to understand and apply these principles to your life. Not of yourself can you heal the sick in mind and body. All you have to do is to strive to be a humble server. With every step forward that you, as an individual, take on the path of spiritual unfoldment, you are assisting all humanity to rise towards the light. Each one of you possesses spiritual gifts, and those spiritual gifts will unfold. All gifts of the Spirit can be embodied in one word: healing. There are many methods of healing, but there's only one source from which all healing flows. And this source is the foundation of life, of love. This is the secret of all healing. And to those who asked to learn how to heal, we say, learn to love. Feel love in your heart towards God first, then to life and to nature. Cultivate love, compassion, sympathy. And this love will then flow through all areas of your life and can bring transformation and indeed sometimes miracles. The joy and the light which fills your being, take it with you when you go out into the earthly world. Radiate this light and healing to the whole of life. Remember that God needs men and women through whom to manifest this light. There are many forms of service in your world, but true service is the service of the Spirit. Only when the power of love is behind the service is it true service to life. Do all you can, each of you, not to preach, but to live the word, the gospel, to sow light in darkness, to sow goodness where it's lacking, and through love and God thought, to stimulate the good in your fellow man. You've only to surrender to God, obey God's will, and accept this, and immediately you become a server, and you are helping the world. Once you've made this contact with Spirit, if only for a flash, you're henceforth a channel, for you've opened the way for creative power and light to flow into you. And as you aspire in sincerity to God, your light shines in the darkness. And this is what the angels see. This is also what the masters see. And there will be an instant contact between you and them. Keep on keeping on. Care neither for praise nor blame, but work for the Master and for the very love of service to the whole of creation. There is no limit to the rays of light which can pour through you and extend over the whole earth. By expressing God in thought, word, and action, in a human and happy way, you are serving God and mankind. There's only one law, one commandment. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. See good in life. Love God, love good with all your heart and soul and mind. And by so doing, you will realize how to also love your neighbor as yourself. Be assured that if you think aright, if you think creatively and positively, you are an instrument of God, for you set into operation the law of divine love, and the results will be wholly good. This is the form which true healing takes. When you can be kind and loving and helpful on every occasion, not in the hope of reward, but because you cannot be happy unless you're continually giving forth the love of God, it is then you will become a true healer. Peace be with you. Amen.